guys, what's going on? I'm the Nuffer Dog, and welcome back to another exciting installment of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Here we are in the Temple of Time, where last episode we returned this big statue back to its rightful place, opening up the way to this tunnel that leads to the boss room. Only have literally 2 rooms left in this dungeon, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are doing well and all that jazz. Just jump across, avoid that spike thingy. There is something we have to do at the end of this dungeon that I always forget about, and then I have to backtrack, but I always forget about it, and this Bemis is really obnoxious. Grr! Ha! That statue is protecting my feet. Die. You were shooting at me earlier. Die. Okay, got rid of some of the Bemis. Let's just pick up this statue, because I think we need one of these guys somewhere on the other side. And maybe we need more than the 2 that are already over there. Let's see. If we put that down there, what happens? That happens. That opens. Okay, so I think I got what we have to do here. All we gotta do is Dominion Rod this from beyond this gate, and then just kill him, basically. And this gate opens. Perfect. Kill some spiders. And here's the boss door, which... let's equip the empty bottle, because there'll probably be a fairy somewhere in here. Ha ha ha! I knew it. If you're not already at full health and you want to catch a fairy in a bottle, you have to avoid running into him, though. I guess. Since they'll heal you if you're not at full health. So, here's the boss door. What lurks behind it? We shall have to see. This is actually, I think, is this the first? Yeah, this is the first boss where we need, more than one item besides our sword. We actually need both the bow and Dominion Rod here. It's also one of the creepier bosses in the game. There are a lot of big statues here. And light being covered. Yep, it's a giant spider. I don't know if they just ran out of original designs or what. I mean, giant spiders are kind of generic. But this is a particularly creepy giant spider. You'll see why later. Not to mention, it's got that eye on its back, which, believe it or not, it can actually shoot lasers out of. We'll probably be seeing that in a minute. Basically, this is not a hard boss. Basically, all we want to do is stand here in the floor and wait for him to stop and open the eye. He'll be charging up to shoot a laser, but we just shoot the eye with the bow. Yes, okay, there he goes. Charging his laser. And he'll fall in front of in the light there, and we just Dominion Rod the statue and use it to pound his arse. And then he will climb back up to the ceiling. See, we do not use the sword at all on this guy, at least not in the first stage of the fight, but the second stage is really short. This is a pretty easy boss, but, you know, I'm not particularly scared of spiders, but he'll do something later on that I find pretty creepy. But he's shooting out eggs here, which releases more of these guys, so that's fairly unpleasant. There's lots of spin attacks to get rid of them. And he's shooting a laser. Ah! Huh. Must be the Let's Play curse. I'm actually doing worse than usual on this guy. Usually I never get hit by that laser. He's opening his eye. Bam. Or wait, no, we don't need the sword, we need the rod. Gotta get around so that we can Dominion Rod the statue successfully and hit him in time. But, as you would probably guess, it's just 3 hits. Hit him 3 times with one of these statue's fists, and this first stage of the fight is toast. Yes, the stage of the fight is toast. He's spitting out eggs, isn't he? Yep. So we can kill these before they hatch to reduce the number of spiders we have to deal with. Always count your spiders before they hatch. I think that's a saying. I do think the music here is nice and creepy. I always instinctively want to get my sword out when I've, got an opportunity to hurt a boss, but no, we need the rod. So, it looks as though we may have defeated him. But we know something's off because there's no heart container. And there's that eye sitting there with a bunch of spider eggs. Oops. And the eye is its own spider. Is that not terrifying? Actually, this is a really easy stage of the boss. I think it dies in one sword slice, but what I find easier is to just hit it 3 times with the bow. Now, we're really done with the fight. Kind of anticlimactic there, but we got a heart container, and here's the Mirror of Twilight, so we know we won. Three of the mirror shards are ours. Just one left. Ark, you saw how nasty that monster was, right? Well, yeah. The evil within the shards is more powerful than you can imagine. It's funny, because I thought the goddesses left the mirror. We could be assembling something truly terrible here. It could be something that we'll ultimately have to destroy. It does seem odd, because, again, didn't the goddesses leave it here, and, have to reach the sky. That's where the last shard is supposed to be. Yes, indeed. And also, the fact that it's not like the Fused Shadows, where it was an evil power originally. It's just sort of, it's a link between this world and the Twilight realm. So, you'd think it wouldn't have any particular evil power of its own, but apparently it does. Sneeze. Yes, I do want to save. Don't I always, really? Hey, I got 2 hearts since the last time I saved, so very exciting. And we're back in the Sacred Grove. Well, in this sort of back-in-time, Temple of Time area of the Sacred Grove. Here's the thing. Oh, first there's actually something we can do in this little area. Move these owl statues out of the way. I think in one of these there's a golden bug. I think the other snail might actually be in this sort of back-in-time temple area. Aha! Piece of heart. Very nice. I swear I hear a golden bug. Ah, there it is. They make a distinctive sound. You got a snail? Why would you want a snail? I don't get it either. Dup, 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 dup. And there's a Poe behind there. And grr. And wolf. Who had a Poe? 17 of them. And there's nothing back here. And give me a heart. Give me a heart. Ah, a heart and some rupees. Alright. Let's transform again. Although actually we'll probably be warping out of here, so I guess it's maybe not necessary, but there'll be a little cutscene for which we probably want to be human. And we're back in our regular time. Well done, adventurer! Uku sees what she was looking for. This is... Goodness, yes, it's the Dominion Rod we found in the temple. But that thing has been around for quite some time. I can see from here that its magic has been exhausted. Oh, what am I to do? I thought at last I could return to the sky. And I have completely forgotten the spell that would once again bestow it with magic. It can't be helped. I suppose I'll just have to look for the statues that respond to the rod. It's decided. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do indeed. Well, Uku is on her way. See you again. Why did she suddenly start talking in third person? She didn't do that in the rest of the game. Hey, wait, what did you do to the Dominion Rod? She's gone. I suppose a useless rod is really just more baggage, but what are you gonna do? Did she just say something about returning to the sky? The last piece of the mirror is also said to be in the heavens. If we can restore magic to the Dominion Rod, maybe it'll come in handy. Yes. The Dominion Rod, as we saw earlier when I used Uku to warp out to give away my rupees, is now just a useless stick. And to get to the next dungeon, we have to restore power to it. There's kind of a long process to do this, with several things we have to do. Don't remember the exact order we do them all in, but the first thing would probably be to do our usual thing of checking at Telma's bar. And I won't bother transforming, because A, we move faster as a wolf, and B, there's probably letters. Mr. Ark, wait! Ah, God. So funny. Greetings, Mr. Ark. I have come to deliver a letter. It is a letter from Renato. Well, my business is concluded. Onward to mail! Why did he become Waluigi? I don't know. Well, he is kind of similar to Waluigi, really. So letter from Renato, about Ilia's memory. Ark, there is something about Ilia's memory that I wish to tell you. I know you are busy, but please come visit me in my sanctuary in Kakariko Village. Yes. Oh, oops, I did not mean to equip the Orden Shield again. Orden Shield. But yes, that is something that we have to do, but first I'm going to check at Telma's bar, and also I figure I might as well give that other snail to Agatha, because that'll give us an extra 100 rupees. Before the next dungeon, we could give them to the fund in Kakariko Village. And the catchy music changes to Agatha's castle. Come here. Take this snail, I don't want it. I think snails are kind of gross, actually. Although I do like that little detail that it might actually be a male. Yes. What? Wow, took a long time to get it to select yes. Oh boy, who's your friend? You're a little female snail, aren't you, you little cutie? Little snail, just once I'd like to take a bath in that slime. Oh boy, thank you so much, I'm so happy. Oh yes, we have a pair. Don't those little bugs look happy? How do you tell it's a friggin' snail? Allow me to share this happiness with you. Okay, orange rupee. 12 bugs left until I have them all. Yeah, we've gotten half the golden bugs in the game. Interesting. One of my dogs has been doing some rather silly things to... Oops. Didn't mean to talk to her. Now one of my dogs has been doing some kind of funny things today, and I'm hearing dogs walking around upstairs. She'll check on him in a minute, but I don't know, he's silly. He's the one that had the eye out, and he's a funny beast. How's that Ilia doing, honey? He's saying the exact same thing. Well, why don't you go show your face in Kakariko Village? Our friend Chad happens to be there right now, looking into this and that. If you need detailed directions, just take a peek at the map on the table. Russell, so, did you find the power of the ancient civilization? If you discover anything, could you be sure to also tell Chad? He has been researching the Uka, who are said to be the ancestors of the Hylians. As we speak, he is in Kakariko Village investigating these sky beings. Perhaps you should go see him. He is an avid scholar, so I'm sure his knowledge could be helpful. And we don't really need directions to Kakariko Village, but yeah, we want to go there for two different reasons. One, to see if Shad has any useful information for us regarding the sky beings, and two, to check on Ilia, because Renato said to. Kakariko Village! We used to make fun of a lot of that name when I was young, because caca is Spanish for crap, and I don't know, there was some funny meaning with Rico. Well, enough immature humor for the day, though. Let us transform and go into Renado's sanctuary. Not really sure why he has to call it the sanctuary. I mean, it's just his house. He lives here. Who knows? Well, there's some Gorons. There's Gorkoron and Darbus. Who are you, little human? The young lady's acquaintance? Yes. Ah, I've been waiting for you, Ark. Fortune has smiled upon us. If things go well, we should be able to help Ilia recover her memory. Do you know Telma's friend Shad? Well, it seems he is researching the heavens, and he has come here to see the statue in the basement of the sanctuary. And as I have learned, when Ilia was saved, she overheard someone talking about the Rod of the Heavens, or something like that. The Goron Elder believes that to help her regain her lost memories, we must piece together the fragments of her past. Which means, if we work our way backward from the very place where she lost her memory, we may find something that will restore it. Now we must retrace Ilia's path. I am certain it was Telma who cared for her before she arrived in this village, was it not? It would be best to speak with her first. Please take this to Telma. You got Renado's letter! So, there's a bit of a trading game here. It shames me to say it, but to be honest, I cannot abide Telma's company. We have a fighting chance, Ark. I find that funny. 'Cause Telma seems to have a thing for him, but she's kind of creepy in her way. And she's like his complete opposite, so... Oh my, color me surprised, if it isn't Ark. What a coincidence meeting you in a place like this. How very odd. Say, old boy, do you remember what I told you before about the legend of the sky beings known as the Yucca? Yes, well, there's something about it that's been bothering me, so I came here to snoop about. To think that you would appear here with such perfect timing. You really are a rather extraordinary fellow, aren't you? I found it at long last. Observe this statue. It's the same as the one in the manuscripts that my dear father left me. There are many similar statues around Hyrule, but this one seems to be different. Here, look at the belly. There's something written there. Do you see? This, too, was in my father's notes. It is called skywriting, I believe. Awaken us with the word that breaks the seal. Yes, indeed, that is what it says. Wait a moment. Isn't that Ilia a friend of yours? It's simply tragic how she lost her memory. And that Rod of the Heavens she mentioned, I'm sure it has something to do with the word that breaks the seal. Isn't there any way to restore her memory? I'm certain it would help us figure this all out. Yeah. Neither he nor us can really do anything with this statue right now. Wait a minute, we can use the claw shot down here? Let's see if we can... we can claw shot right to the top of this, that's funny. Except now it has to load a different area. Very funny. It's not really that funny, but whatever. Yeah, there's a bit of a trading game we have to go through here, so I guess I'll go see Telma in the same episode, why not? It's dragging on a little bit, but we beat the boss, and now we're just sort of derping around doing random stuff, and I kind of feel like we should really accomplish something, you know? Accomplishment! Yeah! So once again, we're warping to Castletown. Just here, we're done back. Yeah, we'll be visiting both Castletown and Kakariko. You gotta visit it. Visit it a couple times over the course of this trading game. But we'll also discover a new area that's rather cool, which I remembered... Well, actually, I was reminded of it while I was looking up to make sure that there wasn't a reward for beating your high score after getting 10,000 points in the bird flying minigame for episode 36. I noticed in the walkthrough, I looked up the location of the 6th Howling Stone to find out how to get the 7th hidden skill, and I remembered where the Howling Stone is. And it's in a new area, not the next dungeon-y area, but it is in a new area that we will uncover while trying to restore Ilia's memory. That's also important to the whole sky thing. Once again, singing for filler, because I'm out of things to talk about today. Although, granted, pretty much all I've done today, besides record, is play Skyrim and Solitaire Robo. How's that Ilia doing, honey? I'm sure that shaman will find a way to get her memory back. That Renato is a talented man, for sure. You're saying the exact same thing that you always do, because what I'm supposed to actually do is show you the note, and I always forget to do that. I'm always tempted to just talk to you, but I'm gonna show you the note. Oh, well, if it isn't from Renato, the shaman, all this writing, and he doesn't bother to mention a thing about little old me, honey, that is what I call rude. Well, there's no accounting to the foolishness of a man. At least I understand Ilia's situation now. Of course I can lend a hand for that adorable little girl. Okay. What else do I know? The first one to bring Ilia to this shop was that doctor. Maybe he knows something, but he's a crusty old bat, that's for sure. I've got it. Honey, you go ahead and take this to him. This magic little paper will get that codger talking. You got the invoice? This invoice is for the town doctor's running tab, which is an astronomical sum. I like this bit. It sure would be nice if she started remembering things soon, eh, Ark? This bit is funny. Apparently, you'd think an invoice would be like... You'd think if she had a paper involving the doctor and money, it would be like... She would owe the doctor money because he tried to help take care of Ilia, even if he didn't do shit. He never does anything important in this game, at all. He's kind of a jerk. But for some reason, she has a piece of paper talking about all the money that the doctor owes. Maybe the doctor is just like an alcoholic, and he spends a ton of money at the bar or something. I don't know. I don't quite get it. If you're someone who knows more about finances than me and understands why she has this, you can comment. Or you could just comment generally, because I would like some more comments. Oh, what's that? Just as I wondered who it might be, I see it's the admirable young lad who was willing to help the Zora boy for nary a single rupee. Just what is it you want, lad? A physical? You've some money, don't you? 231 rupees. By the way, that girl Ilia didn't mention anything about me, did she? You didn't do shit for her. His eyes are freaky looking with those glasses. Arrgh! Look, I can't pay this off right now. I can see Telma's hired you as some sort of heavy to strong-arm me, but she'll have to wait. I am heavy. I am heavy weapons guy. And this is my weapon that I can't take out right now. I'm swinging the Wii remote furiously. Look, Rad, if I'd been able to sell the wooden statue that young lady had, I would have been able to get the money. But see, I accidentally spilled medicine over that little carving, which made it stink awfully. I put it outside to dry, but then, well, it was stolen. Wait, why were you going to sell something that was owned by her anyway? You're a jerk, man. Who goes around stealing people's stuff like that? What a world. You always have to be on guard, eh? You stole it from Ilia. Look, Mr. Harry. At any rate, neither the money nor the carving is here, so I can't repay you. Now, to work. Now, what he does, he wanders off here, back into his little cubicle, and we actually have to transform into a wolf. Push this crate to the side, and there's the spilled medicine here. So we sniff it. Forget the reekfish scent and learn a new smell, Eve. You learned the medicine scent! So now we can follow the scent trail, climb this box, get up onto the bookshelf, push past some jars, go back outside onto this porch, reactivate scent mode. Oh, right, I haven't yet shown off the way people are always scared by you when you're a wolf. See, they're trying to run away. Their screams give me pleasure. Oh yeah, and the guards will sort of menace you. You can, however, talk to the dogs. Say, what do you like? I like picking stuff up, but I hate stone pavement because it makes my paws hurt. No one understands that, okay. Dogs are funny creatures. I know that. Follow the medicine scent. Follow the green gas over gray cobblestone road. And it leads into this courtyard in front of Telma's bar where we can talk to Louise the cat. You're looking for the wooden statue that Ilia had, aren't you, dear? Think it's a coincidence that I happen to know it got stolen from the doctor's place? No. Yes, I'll admit it. I took it. But then I was attacked by some sort of skeletal dog beasts who took it from me. I don't know why those beasts were after her statue. I thought it was likely that she was in a dangerous spot, though. Those fiends lurk just outside the southern gate. Unfortunately, they only come out at night. And another thing, they always move around as a pack. You won't get that statue back unless you give them all a thrashing. That statue sounds like a key to getting Ilia's memory back. You must get it back. Yes, skeletal dog beasts are an important plot device in this game. How awesome. Okay, it's not that big a deal, but still, it's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. And once again, I don't know. I don't know a thing about anything. Where is the sun? I must find sun, so I can see when it will be night. There is sun. I think that's the sun. I'm looking directly at it. Okay, there it came out from behind the clouds. I think it's setting, but I don't know. I think getting back that wooden carving will wait until the next episode. So I'm the Dog, and I will see you guys next time with more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.